I'm Shay, and welcome to my home studio. I'm so glad you guys decided to show up. So, today, I want to show you the difference between half down dog and full down dog. Both awesome poses. One a little more demanding than the other one, but we're going to break it down today so you have an idea of what's going on, right? Super basic beginner yoga. Let's go. So, for half down dog, we'll start from all fours, hands and knees. Keep your hips stacked over your knees as much as possible. Okay, so I don't want them going farther back. I don't want them coming forward. I want your hips to stay stacked over your knees. Okay, sometimes that's hard to tell, but I'll show you kind of in a minute why we don't want that. Okay, so both hands, I want you to just take a big giant step forward, right? Almost to the very top of your yoga mat or even beyond if you need more room. Okay, so from there, I want to start to lower my chest closer towards the floor and bring my forehead to it. Sorry, microphone. Nice. If you have a little bit more room, like I usually tend to do, I've got a really open neck, I might bring my chin to the floor and let my chest sink a little bit more. But for most of us, we'll be here, right? Forehead down or possibly even supported by a block. Okay, now I'm pressing through my hands, I'm pressing through the tops of my toes, and I'm lifting my hips as high as they'll go, right? I'm not trying to take them further back, I'm not trying to shift them forward, right? Or I'll lose the stretch and where I want to feel it, right? Because my upper body, this is exactly how I want to be positioned in my downward facing dog. My arms are framing my ears, my head is reaching toward my hands, my hips are reaching up and back. Okay, now try to memorize that shape as you come into downward facing dog. Okay, so bring your hands back underneath of your shoulders, tuck your toes under, start to press through your hands, start to lift your kneecaps. And same thing, maybe a step forward with the hands as you start to shift the hips further back and reach the arms further forward. Notice how I'm not taking the bend out of my knees quite yet until I get the length in my spine. And then I might start to melt my heels toward the floor and straighten my legs. But there's no loss of lift in my hips. All right, just like in that puppy pose, or just like in that half downward facing dog. Nice, and then your heels do not have to come to the floor. That is not what makes a good down dog. A good down dog is a nice long spine, a nice reach from end to end, creating this V shape with the body. Take a few slower breaths here, press down to lift up, and then eventually the knees will come back to the floor. You'll sit back to the heels and just take a few breaths. And then possibly attempting again. Possibly attempting from a taller surface, right? So if down dog is a lot in the shoulders, you might bring the hands up to something, right? You might bring them to a chair or you might bring them to a countertop. This shape can also easily be made. I have my piano here, right? So the piano, I can just simply lengthen my hips back and stretch my arms forward without kind of losing the length to my spine. Lots of ways to do down dog, but down dog will always be returned to, right? There's no shortage of learning how to do down dog in our practice. So if it's tough, it can sometimes be tough at first. Stick with it, keep coming back, and create a little bit of a habit in this stuff. And I promise it does get easier. So keep up the practice. I'll see you back here again soon. Have a great rest of your day.